Today we're going to talk about the 5 biggest life insurance agent scams and or final expense agent scams that you need to absolutely beware of in the event where maybe you're just getting into life insurance and or final expense sales, or even if you've been around the block a little bit. So let's start by, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. We're putting out insurance content and final expense sales training videos like every week. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get a copy of the I Am Your Policy and the Guarantees of Whole Life Insurance, which are awesome sales materials that you'll absolutely want to use when selling final expense and or life insurance products. All right, let's jump right into it and talk about scam number 1, free leads. Okay, look guys, first of all, nothing is free. So in the event where someone is trying to recruit you and they're using the words free lead program, you are being manipulated. The simple fact is, again, nothing is free. Now, let me explain. Subsidize, yes. So in other words, you'd have to give up something to get something. That makes sense, right? Honestly, in my opinion, these subsidized lead programs are really only good if you're like a new agent and maybe you want to stick your toes in the water, or basically you're just not quite a professional salesperson with talent and you kind of know it. So you don't want to spend your own money to get into a new business and learn how to do it. You basically want to learn on somebody else's dime. And please leave a comment below. What do you think is the biggest insurance scam for life insurance agents and or final expense agents? How are you being scammed? What kind of scams are you seeing throughout the industry? Which leads us to number 2, sub 100% tiered commission structure. So let me explain this. Basically, what there is these agencies that have this, the only word I can think of really is fake value. In other words, they're offering this value that you can pretty much get anywhere else. Meanwhile, they're saying, hey, look, we're going to start you, this is the tiered, at this commission level. Once you write this much business, then we're going to bump you up here. And when you write a little more, we're going to bump you up here. And a lot of times they put the carrot on the stick and they say, and one day you can be at this level way up here that pretty much no one is ever going to see anyways. And to me, that is the definition of the old carrot on a stick. And guys, this is the type of thing where not only that, but these type of agencies with these tiered structures, most of the time they're going to say, look, we'll give you cheap leads, which are, and this is something to be aware of, which are usually leads that have already been worked by one agent. So is that what you want? Somebody else's leads that they couldn't sell, and or leads that basically are just sitting around for years. Now, just to be clear, as of June in 2024, there is a new law that will be taking effect. And if you're watching this video later, it's already taken effect, where once a lead is generated for an agent and or given to a specific agent, that lead may never be worked by a secondary agent, period. This is a new FCC ruling that came out in December of 2023, again, taking effect in June of 2024. So the thing about these sub 100% commission level companies is a lot of them will say they'll start you at like, let's say 80% first year commission for the main product. You write some business, they'll 85%. And meanwhile, again, it's that fake value of maybe like cheap leads or pre-worked leads, age leads, or the other fake value is training. Again, you can pretty much get this anywhere and start at regular commissions, which are basically, in my opinion, if you're a new agent and you're paying for your own leads, okay, it's up to you to generate your own sales, through leads, and whether it's, a warm market or buying leads, your commission level should be right around 100 to 110% for the main products, potentially even higher. The number 3 biggest scam, in my opinion, are multi-level marketing insurance agencies and or companies. So look, there's a lot of reason that I consider these type of companies mainly a scam, if not a better word, maybe a bad decision for most agents. First of all, these companies rarely will release an agent's contract. So here's the thing. You contract with them, you start working with them, and then you realize the grass is greener over here for one reason or another, and for whatever reason, you want to go work somewhere else, and you want to use the same carrier. So, picture working at McDonald's, Burger King looks better. They're offering a little bit better pay, so you want to go over there and the company won't release you. So McDonald's is holding you hostage. Imagine that. That's what these MLM, multi-level marketing insurance agencies, tend to do. A second thing they do is, well, like what I mentioned for number 2, is they pretend to have this magic value that you need through them, which in most cases is training and or those type of leads we talked about, when the simple fact is, guys, every insurance agency in the country has access to training and or leads. And if they don't, you don't want to be with them anyways. And the whole thing with not releasing the agents, with basically holding those contracts hostage, they do this for a couple of reasons. One, they really feel in their heart that you've wasted their time, so why should they help you to do anything, especially when you're not making them money, okay? And the second thing is they're hoping that maybe if they hold your contract, it'll force you to write some business that you can't write in the other place with them. So the idea is they're doing this in hopes to actually make some money off of you instead of just, releasing you. Unfortunately, a lot of these multi-level marketing insurance companies tend to have this type of a reputation of not releasing agents, and I almost feel in my heart that they would be okay with you losing your business, losing your home, living under a bridge, than to help you to move your contracts elsewhere where you might actually be successful. Scam number 4, buying leads from lead vendors. All right, hang with me for a minute. I know that, most companies say, hey, you got to buy leads. And where do you buy leads from? Well, a lead vendor, right? But this is my perception on lead vendors. Like, I want to say not only most, but like 99.9% of them. If I'm generating a lead and it's a good value, and I'm like, you know what? I can sell it to an agent and make it a good value for them. Well, let's think about it. How valuable is this lead when I'm willing to just sell it to anybody? I mean, think about it. If the lead is so good, and let's be clear, if you're a lead vendor generating a specific lead, let's say for final expense, right? You have to know the basics of that market, of who to target, right? So if that lead is so awesome, why wouldn't I just recruit my own agents to sell and that way I can make a little bit of profit and they make a little bit of profit and everybody wins and you actually end up making a lot more because the value is there. Or if you really want to make the money, if the lead is so awesome, why not just open up a call center and pay these people $15 an hour to sell the insurance for you? Then you keep all the commission. I mean, to me, that is where my perception goes. That's why most of the leads that are generated are really not very good. They're mostly, without a better word, once again, garbage. So look, here's how I see it. If I'm going to be able to generate a really good lead or appointment, like what we're able to do at our agency, basically our top agents have at least 20 to 30 appointments every single day of people that filled out a lead form where the first 8 words are generally, you may qualify for an affordable burial insurance and or life insurance. Generally, when they click on an ad like that, they know what they're getting. So we know we're getting quality leads, and half of these people that fill out these lead forms are actually setting an appointment to speak with that specific agent. And I say that because the way we set it up, the agent's picture pops up, their name, there's a dial now button, and it's just a really, really highly effective lead and or appointment system. And that's why I'm not selling it to you or anybody else outside of our insurance agency. The quality is just too high. Why would I give away something that is so good? Think about it. Number 5, and in many cases, the biggest scam, insurance agencies that push direct mail leads. Now, again, bear with me here. Direct mail leads used to be the awesome, ultimate, the lead, like the only lead that you should be working if you're selling life insurance face-to-face and or final expense insurance face-to-face. Years ago, that's how I made my career. That's really how I got my reputation, how I broke all the records that I broke and was able to go to all the insurance conventions that I went to, like just right from the start when I first started. Understand, now these leads are completely different. The price on direct mail leads has gone way up because the returns have gone way, way down. And not only that, but the verbiage on these direct mail lead cards tend to be misleading. And the thing I see most of the time are something like this. The words on a direct mail lead card would be something like, "You may qualify for a state-regulated program designed to pay for your final expenses. For more information, fill out the card." So now when they fill out the card, they're actually expecting something free from the government, because the way it's worded, that it makes it feel like that. There's no mention of cost. It's this program thing. So at the end of the day, now you're paying top dollar for a lead that isn't even very good, where you got to go and really, really sell. You're basically pushing yourself inside of these people's houses based on an assumption where the insurance may potentially be free. At least that's what they're thinking in most cases. And to me, the value is just not there. At the end of the day, an agency that still their main lead is direct mail leads, I hate to say it, but they're most likely scamming you. Now, there is a scenario where there is value. Okay, let me explain this. In the event where, and this is again my opinion, where they're teaching their agents how to sell both final expense, face-to-face we're talking, with direct mail leads, and Medicare products with the same lead, that's a different situation. Because when you're selling Medicare products, you're speaking with the same people that buy final expense insurance. So these type of lead cards, if you're selling both products, now you've got a chance. Basically, it's a 2-for-1. You've got a chance to make 2 sales, or at least 1 sale or the other. And to me, that's the only time that direct mail leads in most part of the country is not a scam. And I say it that way because the bottom line is, if you're just targeting final expense clients and that's what you're trying to sell, final expense insurance off a direct mail lead, most parts of the country, most places, there's no effect. It just doesn't work. Not only are the returns really horrible, but by the time you get in front of these people, a lot of them already have the insurance because this product is being sold for years and years, or they have multiple policies. And here you are trying to work in an area that's really hard to sell in for one reason or another, because it's been beaten to death, and because these people are basically serial mailers, which means at the end of the day, they're filling out one lead card after another, hoping to get this free thing from the government. Hopefully you guys got something out of the video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment, please. And if you'd like a copy of the I Am Your Policy and the Guarantees of Whole Life Insurance mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com for information on selling final expense through our remote final expense telesales platform. Just shoot me an email at that same address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there or get on that headset and make sure that you do something really good for someone else today. Happy hunting.